some to my soul. Yeah, yeah. You make me wanna do things that I don't ever do. Kinda wanna show you if it's cool, so I'll be on your mind like all the time. Don't you wanna be mine? You make me wanna do things that I don't ever do. Kinda wanna show you if it's cool, so I'll be on your mind like all the time. Don't you wanna be mine? I can justify what you and I get. Feels right inside. Oh, I can justify what you and I get. Feels right tonight. Feel something special when I'm around you. It's true. And just look at your smile. It's like you fly as ice. Energy is just right. You make me wanna do things that I don't ever do. Kinda wanna show you if it's cool, so I'll be on your mind like all the time. Don't you wanna be mine? You make me wanna do things that I don't ever do. Kinda wanna show you if it's cool, so I'll be on your mind like all the time. Don't you wanna be mine? I can justify what you and I get. Feels right inside. Oh, I can justify what you and I get. Feels right tonight. Sweeter butter, but put it in the air. Oh, sweeter.
All right, y'all. Hello. Come on in. I'm using Restream now because I ain't got that much time left on my damn StreamYard and I ain't paying for it. Not right now, but welcome. My name is LaDawn and this is my channel. And tonight we are having the Lesbians panel. The link is pinned. The question is there. There's something else that I want to play around with while I'm waiting on the folks to come on in. I pinned the link to the content creator who made that song. Her name is Dark Empress. Give me 1 second, y'all. I did. Little mama's home. She just got home, and for some reason, she's been quiet for like the past 45 minutes until now. I'll wait for y'all to go ahead and come in. Heels and Lipstick, I seen you. Bear with me, Dark Empress. I see you. Like I said, I'm on Restream. It's a delay. JB is here. So come on in, y'all. Come on in. Just give me 1 second to get this together. The link is pinned. Just give me like 30 seconds. All right, y'all. All right. I had to do one more thing. Hold on. All right, y'all. Dark Empress, welcome. That's your seal of protection right there, love. You can share your link. Keep sharing your link. Um, like I said, the link is pinned. Keep sharing your link though. Keep sharing your link. Keep putting your music out there. I'll give you credit at the end. I'm on, like I said, I'm on Restream, so it's a little different. And sometimes y'all just bear with me. Restream is not as popular as StreamYard, but it's a lot cheaper, and some of the features are better. Like I like some of the features that I have been presented with recently. Um, I know, y'all. It's just been so much going on in my little piece of life. Like I am tired as hell now. My migraine was starting to kick in. I had to take, so I went and took 3 500 milligram Tylenols, extra strength, and 600 milligram of ibuprofen, just so I can be here. I know it's a lot going on right now. You know what I'm saying? If you can't share me out, let the people know the panel is happening. I know that in certain spaces and places, people is there for the drama. But if y'all want to chime in, the link is pinned. If you have questions, you can ask them. If you don't want to hit the link and you want to ask a question, I'll put the question up there. I am going to try to give you guys until 9:30. And then I'm gonna take my ass to bed because I have a lot to do in the morning. And then, sometimes I'll be having to wake up in the wee hours in the morning and make sure my fiance is taken care of. Um, I am tired. Girl, yeah, I go through these migraines. It's my hormones. And I'm 41, so I'm in perimenopause. We'll talk about that at another live. Babe, Dark Empress, babe. Y'all get used to each other. Babe, make sure you subscribe to her channel. She makes really good music and she does really good covers. She has a beautiful voice. JB, you here? What's your first question? JB was the one that gave me this topic. And JB, make sure you run your links too. JB was the one that gave me this topic. Um, I should have tagged a few people when I shared the live the first time. Let me go back and fix that. While I'm doing that, no, I ain't doing shit. Y'all can sit here. If y'all got questions or anything like that, let me know. YouTube has been extremely busy. Ooh, child. Let me fix this because I probably should have tagged all the lesbians, right? I should have tagged them, right? Let them know what's going on. Babies, you gonna hit the panel? I'll tag him. Get some gays up here. Get some of the gays up in the hall. I don't know if Shakim is live. I don't know if Shakim is live. And I'm not doing this to go on top of him because I'm gonna be honest with y'all. If Shakim is live, I can reschedule this because I support him 100%. So let me double check that before I get too comfortable with what's going on. Let me see if he live. Because if he live, y'all gonna have to forgive me. I'm gonna have to postpone this to another day, another time, and another way. Because I am so excited to be a part of everything that he's doing, his journey, and all the things of things. Okay, he is not live yet. Okay, so he isn't live. I'm just saying. Hey, I'm just saying. All right, so let me go ahead and edit this post and tag my people, my peeps, my lesbian peeps. Uh, um, like I said, I'm not feeling that great. I'm a little all over the place, so bear with me. I'm gonna try to kick it off and make sure we have a little bit of a good time while we're here. Someone said no, hold my panel. Some of these people I'm not sub to. Let me see if I can find QI. Can somebody tag QI? Because I don't know why I ain't got these people subbed to my shit. Well, never mind, because Lolo over there with Lemon, so that ain't even about to work. Tag Shamar. Who is the other lesbians? I am having a damn brain fart. It's not happening. I just checked. I just checked. I just went to his stuff and checked. You know what? Fuck it. I'm tired. If they come, they come. If they don't, they don't. All right. So for me, I can give a little bit of experience as far as for me, how things go for me. So being um, a lesbian woman in general, I have had some pretty weird conversations with men. Um, yeah, I just checked his stuff. I am a member, so I would have seen it. I don't see anything. Um, whew, I'm fucking dead. Here she go. So for me, has it been a thing of a lot of beef and discontention? Sometimes I've had dudes, they ain't got the real this. It could be stud and stud beef. Cause when shit, we got a few studs in here that do not get along, and some of them don't even. So we have some studs and some stems and some dominant women, and so I have been corrected about a few people that I insinuated was more on the stud side. And they're like, nah, I'm more stem. My fiance is very much so a stud, bull dagger. She is a don. She is all of those things. Okay, but then you got people like Jay Dunn who aligns more with maybe a dom femme or a stem. She say I'm not a stud. Benzone, I think, is a little closer to the stud side. I know Lesbian is a stud. Berber, Riverflow, I believe they're studs. There's a couple of films, but yeah, the conversation could be stud versus man, or stud versus stud, or you know what, or even it could be if it's some studs out here that's never been with a man, they could come and chime in on how they feel about studs that's been with men in their past. Because I've seen them say, "Oh, you're not a real lesbian," or if you like penetration, this is that or other. Like, I mean, it can be whatever. I'm just here, and I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna get my watch time hours. While I'm doing that, I'm gonna do a little advertisement. So if you're not hip to Restream, Restream is an app. It's also like StreamYard, right? But it has some different features. Like you can ask questions. It actually has like the Q&A options. You could do a post QR codes. I can take notes. I can have a private chat. The way I invite people is different. Also, one of the things I like is that they are, I don't know if maybe StreamYard has it as a paid feature. It wasn't there in the past. I think maybe they do, but I'm able from each live for free on Restream. If you see, I just posted 2 new shorts from my last live. So you do have that option to be able to post. They generate shorts, and even with those shorts, based on the context of what is that clip is, they automatically generate a like a title for you. So that's dope. um so yeah, so the topic is stud versus men, or it could be stud versus stud. It can be whatever. I'm here. I'm gonna sit here for an hour. I'm gonna talk to y'all. So stud versus stud. So what I observed, because back in my younger days, I was more of a dom. I consider myself a stem now, even though I present more feminine. Don't get it twisted. I can be really aggressive. I have a lot of men like views about things that a lot of women may view differently. Um, and when I was younger, I did. One of the things I hated when I was younger is when men would come and say, "You're so pretty. Why are you wasting? You're so beautiful, or you got this, this nice shape or whatever. What are you doing? Why are you covering it up?" And different things like that. And it used to make me mad because it's like, yo, I'm not hiding. I know what I look like. I accept and embrace my looks, but I don't want you. You know what I'm saying? Even now, you like as a femme, you know how many dudes be like, what can a woman do for you? Well, she ain't got the real thing. And I told this dude recently, and me and him ended up getting real cool because he asked me this question. I said, she don't have the real thing, but let me tell you the difference. We have the same thing. So whereas you feeling like you may be able to do a better job, she understands what makes me tick physically. We got the same thing. And she knows how to follow directions. And she's sexy as fuck. I mean, what more explanation do you want? Like, they want us to come up with some type of sexual fairy tale, and it's just not that. You know what I'm saying? And when I was able to explain it to him like that, like, dude, just because you got something real and in your mind, you're like, well, it's real. You can feel it. And he was going into heat and warmth. I'm like, nigga, that don't mean nothing for me. They got warm and lubricating gel. They got ones with real skin feel. Like, it's so many other things that come along with that. Like, and that's how you know some of these dudes' mindset is jacked up, because the first thing they go to is she ain't got the real thing. It's more to that with being in a relationship. Even if it's just a sexual relationship, it's more to that. If you ever seen inappropriate videos, you know, the videos we watch when they naked, you see the activity that the women do, the things that they do to each other, and they get just as much stimulation, they get just as much they get just as many orgasms and all of the things so you know, it's easier for me being, you know, a feminine woman than I think for studs sometimes, or dominant women, especially those who definitely present like a QI, like my fiance. You know, I have truly found that men are really intimidated by them. She thinks she a man. No, she don't. I have not ever, and maybe I just haven't come across those delusional ones, but I've been in this lifestyle for a very long time. I have not never dated someone who had that mentality. I can recall some people, like when I met women that kind of carried that mentality, but they were not like transitioning or something. It was off-putting to me. And it has nothing to do with it being a touch me not. You know, that's a personal preference. But for me, I haven't really encountered anybody to be like, unless they have transitioned or are transitioning, be sitting there talking about some, call me, I'm a man. And it's no, like everybody I'm around, those I've dated, everyone I've encountered, they've always identified as a lesbian woman. Honestly, if I'm dealing with someone that has issues with their womanhood, I'm about to kill all three of y'all motherfuckers. I'm gonna kill all three of y'all. Get your ass over here and lay down. Now, the walk of shame. Lay your ass down. JB, don't you start. JB is the kitty sitter. So anyway, what I was saying, yes. So I'm gonna no, your cat ain't even. He in the window. I told y'all she called herself a cross dresser. It is. It's a myth. You know, and then when I do find women that have these sexual identity crises, I can't rock with it. Baby, you need to go get some therapy. Baby, you gotta mute that, because YouTube will try to say I'm using somebody else's content, even though it's mine. The AIs don't trigger it like that. But so yeah, that's kind of what this was. And like I said, I already know what the sector is giving right now, but I'm still gonna do what the fuck I need to do. Because the views is gonna view, right? So yeah, so again, if you don't catch this live stream, please feel free to drop a comment, ask questions. You know, this is still up and new for me, so we're gonna get there. So one of my questions is, Jay, you're a man, right? Have you ever had any beef or drama, or you know, like any issues with like dominant lesbian women? Whether it's your direct, or have you had friends that had issues or drama? Like, do you have a story to tell? Hills, what about you? You know, can you stop? Um, like I said, for me, it's a little different. And then because I think my choice of words, I know how to, if you've noticed, if you've been around, you know, I know how to say things without saying them. That's why you look pregnant. Babe, how do you feel about, you know, do you have issues with men?
No. Me personally, I feel like a man is a man is a man.
Mm-hmm.
Woman, period, point blank. So you gonna try it. Whether you look like a dude, you want to think you feel like a dude, or whether you want to go try to look like a dude, you're still a woman, and he's gonna try.
So have you had any negative feedback from men?
Hell no, trying to get me to turn straight.
She say they want her. She said they be trying to knock her off. They ain't jealous of her.
You already know. We done been through this attitude.
Yeah. Shit, I think she get hit on more than me. I think my fiance prettier than me, y'all. Something is fucking wrong with this picture. Okay?
No, I just got good genes.
You got good genes? Babe, when you go back in there, can you go to my community wall post for my Amazon wish list link and post it in the chat? I mean, she's a managing mod. I gotta put her ass to work, y'all. So do free feels for all. Let me see what else I can talk about in the meantime. I'm at 21 minutes. Y'all ain't got no questions. Y'all just sitting here waiting for me to pop the shit off. Somebody gotta hit the link. I can't do this by myself. And I'm a fam. I mean, film, stem, lipstick, whatever. That's me. That's what I do. I could have been on cam. I do got clothes on, but I don't feel like looking for my glasses. I'm tired too. I am tired, but I wanted to make sure I did this because people been waiting on it. I keep changing the times. I'm like, oh my Lord, Lord. The cats want to be in the show too, y'all. Apparently, they want y'all to know my cats are gay. Babe swear up and down. I have two gay cats. They lick each other. They coddle each other. They all over each other. They gay. They boys, but they gay. I don't care. And I swear to God, my oldest cat is gay. Can you? Oh, my Jesus. But listen. So, what do y'all think about stud on stud beef? I know it's a lot of that happening. I know. I mean, I used to. Some of the best fights I seen when I used to go out and stuff is the stud on stud fights. Like, I don't know if it's they have an increased level of testosterone or not, but they cuts a fool. Like I said, that some of the issues would be, oh, if you've been with a man before, you're not a real stud. If you had children, you're not a real stud. If um I think it's more of a comfort. Yes, girl, it gets very explosive. Like I had to block one of my exes because like I don't have issues with any of my exes for real. And she would hit me up here and there. But when she found out I was dating, she just kept randomly messaging me and asking me about my dog and how the kids doing. And babe looking at me like, you need to block that bitch. And I'm looking like, ooh, this is a little stud kerfuffle. I respect it. But okay. Like she really was like ramping up the communication. And one time we had went out to the karaoke spot. And this is a spot that my ex freaking, but I've been going there since I was like 20 and 19, 20 years old. He seen me in there and came over and started speaking to my crew. And I'm like, oh, this old bitch is messy. I mean, because there's nothing wrong with speaking, but she like dapping my best friend dude up and hugging him. And wow, you could have just walked past and said, hey, y'all, and kept it moving. Like, you don't know them anyway. For real. It was weird as hell. And I was like, yeah, let me go ahead and block this bitch. I have definitely witnessed a lot of stud on stud violence. I have broken up fights. I've been reasons for fights. I have friends that has been into fights. Stud for fluffle. Stud for oh my God. I have definitely I've seen some things. I've seen, guns get pulled out. I've seen people go to prison behind fighting over women, two studs fighting over, two women or whatever. I've definitely seen some things in my day. So yeah, it's real. You know what my next topic actually may be? Domestic violence in the community. I Yeah, see, Hills, that's kind of my thing too. Like I check this shit at the gate. And again, Restream has a little delay. So bear with me if I'm commenting way past the time that you typed it. Um yeah, I kind of I'm a person, I just check shit at the gate. I think the last time I experienced I mean, I've been in my early 30s hanging out at the gay bars and I've seen two studs, get into it. And it was a bloodbath. It was a bloodbath. Like they really whooped each other's. I mean, they was going at it. It wasn't no, 2-3 minute fight. And then people broke up. Like people was pulling them apart. They calmed down. Like the fight happened for like 10 minutes because they just kept beer bottles flying, chairs flying. You know what I'm saying? Titties popping out, tank tops and sports bras ripped. Omarion titties just all over the place. It was a mess. It was a whole ass mess. So yeah, that's gonna be my next topic: domestic violence in the lesbian community. That's gonna be my next one. They say the mean ones are married. I even had a friend back in the day. Since I'm just gonna go ahead and navigate towards it different because it's not being successful. But listen, I had a friend back in the day. I had met her when I was like 17. We messed around once or twice, but we ended up becoming friends, like good friends. And she had actually during the time I met her, she had just got out of a domestic violence relationship with a dominant woman. And I don't know, some people I think are just prone. I don't know if it's because they like that type of toxicity or if they just end up just meeting a bad batch of people. But during the time that I had was strongly hanging out with her, she was literally in 4 domestic violent relationships. Like I said, the first one she was with the lady and they had been together for a couple of years and then they broke up. But when she showed me pictures and just talked about the stories, and I knew she wasn't lying because like sometimes we would see old girl in the club, my friend would just kind of chill. Like we could be twerking or dancing to Young Jock, Lil John, because I'm a little older. We could be kicking it, drinks, ass shaking. We got our dresses on. And then if old girl would show up or she would see her, she would be like, all right, I'm about to sit down. And her whole demeanor would change. You know what I'm saying? Then I remember she was dating a lady. This lady was actually still married. But she was like more of a dominant woman. This woman was whooping her ass and whooping her husband's ass. I'm like, what kind of psychotic shit is this? And I'm young. I think with that situation, me and her, I was probably like 18. I had no understanding. How the fuck is you with a married bitch that's beating both your ass? What kind of power control she got over? Like, I'm like, damn, is she fucking you that good? Like, I couldn't understand it, and I'm young, so I'm young. I'm relating it to sex. So yeah, child. So that was one situation. Then she ended up getting with another girl. The girl was young. She was in the military. She had did some time over in Iraq and came back and was just really mentally messed up. Like she was a true narcissist, a true love bomber. So in one instance, she in love with her. She doing everything for her, buying her expensive shit, bought her a car. You know what I'm saying? Went and paid 10K cash for a car. And they went down south and bought it. So, going to buy cars down south, not far down south, but, like I think they went to like Tennessee or something. But then next thing you know, she started beating her ass again. I'm like, damn, is it you or is it them? My mother's just like, it's both of them. You know what I'm saying? So it was just crazy to just watch. She constantly was in like the toxic, violent relationships, and I had no understanding of that. I had no understanding of that at all. How the fuck is you letting another bitch? We both bitches. How is that happening? But it did, and it does. And I think because the femme woman, right, with the feminine woman, or not even a feminine, I think with the demeanor and personalities of some people, I think that they try to be more submissive to the person because they want to be with them. So there are a lot of things that happen, and it's just kind of like, no, no, I'm not about to be having black eyes for you. How the fuck do I explain that? How do I explain black eyes, ripped out edges, just the mental turmoil behind it? How do you explain that? It's really bad. It's really, really bad. And so, yeah, I've definitely seen some things in my day. Seen some crazy, crazy things in my day that I say all the time. I thank the Most High that I was pulled out of a lot of situations. I remember I was dealing with this one girl from the projects. Her name was Boy Nicole. That's what they called her. Definitely very, very dominant. I mean, but she was gorgeous. And she had a history of, fighting the girls. And I'm young. I was 21. I was 21. And I remember, right, I could put on some Tims too. I remember after we had our sexual encounter, one time I seen her, I went to the club. I'm in there getting it in. Homegirl, like, bitch, pay attention. I'm like, what are you talking about? She like, look at Nicole. She was staring at me. You ever seen how if you ever been to like let's go back to the hood. You know that one house where they got that mean ass dog? It don't even bark at you or nothing. It's just soon as you come close to the yard, because it's always outside, and with the fence, and the fence really ain't protecting you, but it is in a sense, because the people's mind. And you know how that motherfucker just gaze at you? She was gazing at me. I mean, the stare was so crazy and vicious. I mean, the look on her face. And I'm like, all right, girl, I ain't doing shit. I wasn't even dancing with nobody. I'm just dancing. We kicking it. Hey, vibrant. I'm dancing. We kicking it. I'm looking good. I had on like this, remember back when the shirts that would go around your neck was real popular? It'd go around your neck and it had that V, and then your back would be out. It was a white shirt. And then I had like this polka dot kind of like a flare skirt. It was polka dot. I love polka dot. I had some white and not white, red and red stilettos on with rhinestones on them. Girl, when I tell you I was cute, my hair was cut kind of how it is now, but it was red, because at that time I used to dye my hair different colors. It was like a bright Elmo red. Baby, you couldn't tell me nothing. 21 years old, stomach flat, had my daughters snap back. I'm telling you, I was in that club living my best life. I stopped. I'm like, I'm about to go get me a drink. And I had walked over to the bar. So the girl at the bar, we kind of had like a crush on each other. I'm sitting there talking to Crystal, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting my drink or whatever. I'm saying hi to everybody. Crystal, like, why the fuck she looking at you like that? And I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. No, this is the second person that's in the, like, why the fuck she mean mug you? She like, you fucking her? And I'm like, yeah, we kicking her a little. She like, why the fuck would you fuck with her? That ain't even your speed. I'm like, girl, you don't want to fuck with me. Of course, I'm talking shit, laughing. We laughing at each other. But it wasn't like, it on the outside looking in, it just looked like we was having a conversation. Next thing I know, Crystal put my drink down. I turn, go with my little purse. I look back up, Nicole standing there with the drink in her hand. Threw that bitch right in my face. I said, oh, bitch, I took my motherfucking shoe off and I tried to take her eyeball out. Bitch, what is you on? Like, it was crazy. Crystal like, hey, yo, Nicole, chill. Nicole like, bitch, fuck you, blase, blah. Crystal like, look, I'm at work, homie, but you can catch me outside. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, this is crazy. I go get my girl. I'm like, look, we got to go. Let's go somewhere else. We ended up going to like a straight bar, but I'm like, we gotta go. This bitch tripping. She like, what the fuck happened? Did that bitch just throw a drink at? Like, she tried to mush that bitch in my face, and I stood back and I caught her arm because I wasn't even we had just got there, and I maybe only had like one or two drinks. Like, I wasn't drunk, you know what I'm saying? And so I grabbed her hand, and my help, man, listen. The security guard came over. She like, y'all gotta, I'm like, I'm putting my shoes back on. Next thing I know, they grab me up because she thinking I'm still being aggressive at old girl. I done got drug out the fucking club. My heel done broke. And I didn't even do nothing. We ain't best friends no more, but she was my best friend at the time. She like, man, let's go back in there and fuck that hoe up. I'm like, no, look, homie, it's cool. Let's just go somewhere else. I went home, changed my shoes. We ended up going to like a straight bar or whatever. Who is it? Hold on, y'all. Yeah, I can still talk though. We ended up going to a straight bar, had a good time. Of course, I ain't talk to that bitch no more, girl. I didn't even change my number. I blocked her on MySpace. Um, yeah, I blocked that bitch on MySpace, blocked her phone number. Please, why the fuck do y'all slam that door like that? That shit gets on my nerves. I blocked that bitch on MySpace. Yeah, it was a wrap on that. Next time I seen her, I think I was probably honestly I seen her recently fucking around on a dating app back in 2022. Late 2022. I hurried up and swiped and blocked that bitch. And when I tell you she looks so bad nowadays, like life has definitely taken a toll on her. Girl, when I tell you, listen, and I was really wild and rambunctious when I was younger. So like that wasn't the first time I got put out the club. The second time I got put out the club was on my own wrongdoings. This stupid stud bitch was fucking around with me and fucking around with this hoe that was like, I think I was 22. This bitch was like 17. I don't know why the fuck she was fucking with the 17-year-old bitch, but it was a lot. She kept lying. She was trying to play me. That motherfucking bitch was in the club talking shit. What's up, KP? Everybody just not getting here. So I tried to kick off the topic, KP, but nobody was biting. So I'm just doing a little story time. This time I can tell y'all the outfit I had on. I had on like this, back then we kind of using this casual a little bit. Yeah, I'm live. I had on some Nine West heels. I had on some capri pants from Learners, New York. And I had on a bra with like a sheer lace top. And I had on like a little cute blazer. You know what I'm saying? It was like a grown and sexy Friday kind of thing. Huh? Yeah. So we in the club, we kicking it. I'm with my cousin, my older cousin, because she bisexual. We at the club, we kicking. Like I said, it was like a grown and sexy Friday. Not really like the Saturday club scene. So yeah, I'm kicking it, I'm chilling. And so I see her walk in, cuz like, hey, that girl, your girl right there. I'm like, shit, I didn't know she was coming out tonight. So I see her and her homie walk in, and then behind her and her homie was the bitch, the young bitch, and her friend. And I'm like, wait a minute. So I go and I chop it up. I say, and I didn't even say nothing for real. I'm like, oh, this is what you doing. So she like, man, you tripping. We just kicking it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, they wanted to come out, blah, 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 with the woo. Cause like, come on, man, don't even do that shit. Now this night I was a little tipsy. I went and had 2 more motherfucking drinks. I had 2 triples of what was I drinking that night? I don't know. It was something clear, some type of vodka. I can't tell y'all. I used to drink like Absolute. It might have been Kettle One, or it might have been 3 olives. That's what I was drinking that night, 3 olives. When I had 2 triples, I'm sitting up, I'm talking to my cuz like, chill. I'm like, this bitch got me fucked up. It's one thing if you out here doing what you're doing, and we wasn't in a real relationship, but I had an attachment to her because I had started dating her right after I had my daughter. When my oldest daughter was, she was like 6-7 months old. So I'm like, no, this bitch got me fucked up. I go over there, I'm talking to her. Next thing I know, she like, get the fuck on my face. So the security watching me. They can see the conversation is getting heated. Next thing I knew, I took my motherfucking hand and shoved that bitch off the bar stool. I did. I was mad as fuck. I shoved that bitch off the bar stool, and I was like, any bitch up in here and get it. My cousin jumped up. Now, my cousin 4'11". And at the time, she was tiny. She heavier now, but she was probably 4'11", 125 pounds. I'm like, cuz this bitch got me fucked up. She's standing in between us. She trying to tell the security, no, it's cool. I'm about to take her up out of here. Bitch, get up. She stand up. The young hoe stand up like, oh, we can get it. Next thing I motherfucking knew, here I go with my shoes again. I tell people all the time, stilettos, heels is a motherfucking weapon. And listen, I took the motherfucking shoes off, y'all. And I start charging before I can even get there good. The one security guard, oh, her name is Shimo. She was sexy. Jesus. Give me a moment. Okay, my moment's over with. Hey, River, what's up? Next thing I know, they didn't even grab me from behind because Shimo like 6'2". She was like a 6'2", solid 180. She was a police officer. She grabbed me, like swung me around. Here we go again. I'm getting drug out the club. This time though, the ex, she come out with me. So she like, no, she telling my cousin, she like, no, we gonna talk. You know, we gonna go home. We gonna talk. She done left them. She left them. We get in her truck. She had a Ford Explorer. She had a club on that Ford Explorer. We talking, I'm yelling, I'm screaming at her. She just lying to me, just lying. Child, next thing I knew, I took that motherfucking club. And I don't know, the Most High was with me again that day too. Because I mean, when I tell you, I bopped her upside her head, slapped her across her face. She like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I'm like, I don't know. I said, but you better answer me or I'm gonna beat your ass in this car. And then you can use my cell phone to call the police. So she grabbed the club out of my hand. She held me down. Yes, I'm telling you, these studs, back in the day, studs is crazy. Mm-hmm. All that to say, we ended up talking, I was drunk too, so everything kind of just settled down. We ended up going back to her apartment and having sex, but that ain't the point. I think I fucked with her for like maybe four more months after that. Then I was like, man, I ain't got time for this shit. I got a baby. I was in nursing school. I was trying to get out of my mom's house. I hated it there, So, but I have had those experiences. And I wasn't a violent person at the time. I just reacted to people treating me wrong. And it was just crazy as hell because I seen her 3 years ago. And I didn't even know it was her. She walked up to me. She was like, hey. And I'm like, hey, what's up? I'm looking at her because I was leaving out for work. She like, oh, hey, how you doing? It's me, it's Sadie. And I'm looking at her. I'm like, okay, what's up? She like, yeah, I'm just up here with my son. And her son is grown as hell. She like, how you been? She reached to give me a hug. I'm like, hey, what's up? Good to see you. Yeah, I'm just up here at ABC. My son. I'm like, hey, that's what's up. I said, I'm on my way to work though. Y'all, you take care, baby. We ain't got nothing to talk about. We ain't got a motherfucking thing to talk about. But now that it is some more lesbians in the building, River and KP, y'all know the topic is studs versus men. Or it can be stud versus studs. Anything that y'all had experienced. Girl, yes, I called you know how many times I've called the police on my own ass? No, you can't go to bed. You got to work in the morning. Good night, little girl. Well, say hi. They can hear you.
Hey, y'all.
That's my 20-year-old.
Hey, guys.
Who has to work in the morning.
Hey, guys.
She's saying hi. She's not going to stop saying hi until y'all say hi back.
Why like this? How you do that?
It's a background. Can y'all please say hi to Granny so she can go back to her apartment and stop leeching off me and my food?
What? It was good too, girl.
I know it was good because I know how to cook, girl. I taught you. It's garbage bags.
Oh, these are so cute.
I just got them from Dollar Tree.
I know. I got regular garbage.
Anyway, so y'all know the topic. Vibrant low waved. Peace.
It's okay. I have to go watch.
Yes.
Love you.
I love you too. Have a good night.
You too.
Heels and Lipstick said, hey, girl.
Hey.
Bye, Granny.
Bye, mommy.
Yes, don't slam my door. Yes, so yeah, I mean, if y'all got anything y'all want to say or you want to give your testimony, you can type it or you can hit the link. The link is pinned. Go to bed. Vibrant here. You know me, vibrant here. Y'all can relax. Like I said, I'm getting my watch time hours. I'm kicking it off. I know people gonna come through. They're gonna probably comment or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I have been prolonging this long enough, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this out. If I need to, go back and do, answer some questions or read some comments outside of that, I will. I would definitely do that. That's not a problem. Because shit, I ain't too far behind you. I told you 9:30, so I got 25 minutes. Because I got to get up. I think I'm going to get up at 5:45 I got a few things. I got an interview tomorrow. I got to take care of some business. I got to go to UPS and set up my mailbox through them, so I can start receiving stuff. Also, no one listened, so let me go ahead and do this. I did go ahead because earlier in my live, everyone was telling me to go ahead and set up a wish list. The wish list is just primarily for things that I need for my channel tables, the table, chair decorations, different things like that. I'm about to go ahead and grab this list real quick. And then, damn. No. I'm going to post it in the chat. Like I said, I probably ain't going to be here too much longer because I am tired, y'all. I am really tired. And I was saying earlier, I think part of it is because although I wasn't technically addicted to marijuana, I am still kind of just like dealing with the remnants of smoking because I did kind of start doing it a lot. I'm going on mute. So yeah, on that list, I tried to get things that were not too expensive. I got stuff like stickers and stuff because I want my background theme to be like still like a garden. My do I think that due to the patriarchal nature, I mean, it's a lot of things that align with that when it comes to studs versus men. It's a lot when men see someone that they think should be feminine. Oh, Jay says studs always be coming at him. Is it because they jealous of you? Is it because you're a fly dresser? Is it because that you're a very well liked person? Is it because you're a man that knows how to still treat women? Some people just naturally, like some men just naturally know how to treat women and be kind and nice to women. So do you think it may be some of those things as to why studs may be intimidated by you, and in turn they act a certain way towards you? Because I'm not gonna lie to you, even for me in my real life, because of the personality that I have, I have had the tendency to intimidate people or quote unquote rub them the wrong way just because I'm simply being myself. You know, I'm being kind, I'm being courteous, but I also can be direct. I can be assertive in a positive way. And I just know how to treat people. And because we got so many messed up mindsets in this world nowadays, people who act like that, or people who are just naturally kind and generous because you gay and you regular. And you know what's saying that you would think that the community would be more accepting of each other, but they're not. We tear each other down just as bad as the heterosexual community. Look at the stuff that be happening with T.S. Madison and you know, and who else? It's so many people, you know, Funky Dineva and all the things, you know, the list goes on. You know, you would think that people, us being in a community, we would be more in line with each other. Yeah, that could be it. But we're actually not. And I think that it sucks because not, and especially when you're talking about us being African American, not only are we still having to deal with trials and tribulations because of our race, and our, it could be our upbringings and our can you teach my man how to dress? Yeah, they are competing. And I was waiting on a man to actually say that. A lot of men, not saying that you feel that way, but a lot of straight men especially feel like they are competing with studs and dominant butch women, whatever you want to call them. I was waiting on someone to say that. But what I was about to say, this is why I hate reading the chat sometimes. I love interacting with y'all, but sometimes y'all be throwing me off, especially when y'all say something that's going to spark a fire in me to make me want to think. Um, yeah, a lot of men are very intimate. Okay, y'all heard that? Copyright and all that stuff. I think that men are very intimidated by dominant women, especially if they see someone with confidence. And Jay, I think that may be the thing for you too. People are intimidated by confidence. They're intimidated by someone that's comfortable. They're intimidated by positive energy because when you're in a positive space within you, it radiates. And if someone is in a negative space, they messed up in the head, it bothers them. That is a fact. So you had a stud try to, was she joking or trying to flirt with you? Because you do have bisexual studs. You really do. Dark Empress, don't forget to share your links to your videos and your channel, honey. You know, helping you helps me. We got to help each other. Thank you, Vibrant. Yeah, because these folks out here, I don't want to cut my ear on. And these folks out here having a party this good old Sunday night. I got my window open. That's probably why the cat's cutting up too. Now Quentin over here loafing. I think Fionn went in there with LeBay. I'm gonna make her change her name to that. She gonna be like, no, I'm not changing my name to that. Her deep, no, I ain't doing that. I'm not changing my name to that shit. I'm Miss Nigga. I seen this. I think, yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that. I think I got a little bit of time now. I can pull some of these articles together. Now that I know how to use StreamYard a little bit, now that I know how to use Restream, what I'll do is I won't play videos of articles. What I'll do is I'll show you videos of content. I'll show you the article. And that way we can kind of discuss some of those things as far as the domestic violence goes. Child, I'm gonna sleep good tonight. I am gonna sleep real good. I ain't gonna know what's gonna happen. Goosey better not go live tonight because I'm gonna miss it all. And then in the mornings during the week, I don't have time to catch up because I try to make sure I'm getting my daughter up and making sure things are going with her. And then I can listen to somebody like Binary or whatever. But certain people, if they live, I don't even want her to hear all that. Let me see what else. Y'all got any more questions or comments? But you know what, Jay? I think that may be, I don't know, because like back in the day, I didn't really know a lot of dominant women that looked at like they didn't expect you to be gay acting. I don't know how old she is. Maybe she's a little younger, or maybe she comes from an area where she may not understand that there are a lot of gay people and you would never know it. But it is weird. It is very weird. And I get what you're saying, almost like you got to have your wrist flung. But I mean, it's like, come on now, you could be a top. You know what I'm saying? You could be a top. If you a top, you're going to be more masculine. Sometimes, and sometimes, you have the flips and the tops and different things. But yeah, a lot of times if you're a dominant male, if you're the top or the leader, you would present more dominant, you know what I'm saying, than someone. It's a hell of a lot of stereotyping going on. It is. Like when I was considering myself bisexual for the past 25, 30 years, because I'm in my 40s. Um, when I would say I'm bisexual, people automatically assumed I was having a bunch of threesomes and I was sleeping with women on the side, and I've never been that person. If I had a girlfriend, I had a girlfriend. If I had a boyfriend, I had a boyfriend. The whole time I was married, I didn't mess with any women. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just didn't do it. If I had a girlfriend, I'm not sleeping with a man, because here's the thing. If I'm with that person, I'm focused on that person. Now, I might have cheated with another woman if that's what I was, because I did some things. I'm not an angel. But yeah, I never had a boyfriend and a girlfriend at the same time. So for me, I've always hated that misconception, thinking that bisexual women are just out here just, throwing it out to everybody. That's not the case. That's crazy. Maybe it's the area that you in. Like sometimes I think things are different demographically, um, too. And I can only say that because, like, when I go to Atlanta was the first place where I started seeing more stems. You know what I'm saying? Like here in Cleveland, everybody chose either you were dime, stud, or femme. It was a difference between a dime and a stud. But like when I went to Atlanta, it wasn't not Jerry. It wasn't nothing to see a stud that looked like Ben's. Hair long, is done. They may have on, some dominant clothes, but you still looking at a pretty ass woman. That was the first time I seen the hair. I went down there and I see women, they had, like manicures and shit, hair done, but they got on they dressed like a dude. That shit is sexy. But that's the first time I actually seen that, because up here where I'm from, it was like three. Your dime, that's your touch me not, that's your nigga, the lady nigga, and then you had the stud, and then you had the films. Like when I was a lot younger, STEM wasn't a thing. You either was dime, stud, or film. That's just like when you look at the white community. Like we have STEMs now, but I remember even back then you had butch and film. It really wasn't no between here in my area. Right. DeBrad is one of them. She actually set the tone for women to be comfortable with being dominant, looking like wanting to dress in loose clothing, men's clothing, but still having a womanly look to themselves, still wear makeup, different things like that. But if you go back then to old DeBrad, when she first came out, she didn't do that. If you remember, she wore her hair, she dressed like a boy. Then she flipped the scenes, did her second album. She was in a swimsuit. We like, wait a minute. And now she is STEM. That's exactly what she is. It's too many labels. I can get with the labels, but then when we start talking about the gender, I be thrown off. I'm like, I don't know which letter you are. Can you just be gay, bisexual, or straight, or trans? Like I can go with those: gay, bisexual, straight, trans. Once you get past that, I'm like, all right, now, I don't know, maybe that's when my age start telling on me. I need to be sounding like an old cranky dyke. Like, wait a minute, how many letters you need? How many sexual orientations you need? So you pansexual, so you're asexual. That means you don't have sex. Then you're pan, and then you what are you? Hey, Sneaky Link, you sit back like, wait a minute, what are you? Okay, is you sleeping with people? Okay, you sleeping with both. Is you a furry or emo? Like, I be trying to figure it out because I don't understand. I don't understand it, But then my fiance will drop down and keep saying, and I do say queer. Sometimes I do use the term queer. My fiance will drop down and she'll be like, I'm a cross-dresser. Listen to her. Cross-dresser. Listen to her. Listen to her. She tell you she cross-dresser. Y'all can imagine us together, especially when I was getting high. Me and her used to have a comedy show by ourselves. I kept saying, babe, we should do TikToks and all that. We can still do that. Like, actually, I got a picture I'm going to post when I get off of here. You know what? I'm going to post it right now so we can all laugh at it real quick. This lady is crazy. When I tell you my fiance is crazy as hell, and I love every bit of it. All right, y'all go look at my community wall real quick and tell me why. Just tell me why. You just go ahead, look at it, and tell me why. Just go look. This is our life. Girl, we are a whole vibe over here. Like I always tell people, I ain't say it tonight, but you know, I try to create a safe space for lesbians, black lesbians. I'm coining the term black lesbian sector. Of course, you will see me talk about my recovery, my lifestyle. I do hold panels for AA. Girl, me too. I hold panels for AA. I do AA readings as well. I try to keep it along the lifestyle thing, but I definitely want to create a safe space because the space for lesbians community is small. Girl, listen, my lights was out for a couple of hours. I didn't even get to do everything I intended on doing. And then by the time they cut back on, I had a headache. My headache is gone now, by the way, y'all. I'm good. My headache is gone. The medicine worked. My blue dress baddie in here. I think this is the only place where Shawnee's can come and mod. She used to fuss at me and I told her it's up and it's stuck. Child. We was in here having a whole kiki. Shawnee's, did you see Goosey last night? He talking about going and grabbing an orange. Y'all got 7 more minutes of me with my bullshit. And y'all bet not nobody ever tell me I can't do content. Because I host panels, don't nobody come, and I'll sit here and just run my damn mouth the whole time. You know why? Because I got something to talk about. I done gave y'all story time. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. Thank you, Dark Empress. I'm glad that you're here. It is so many people I have been meeting recently that I'm just like happy that, you know, I'm getting to know y'all and y'all getting to put a voice and a face to me. I've been around for a minute. Yeah, that live was good. Even early this morning, and he gave us a little kiki till about 10, 11. I was late to my live, my morning chat. Tomorrow morning, when I get back home, it'll probably be afternoon before I take my afternoon nap. Yeah, because I did like a 2-hour live earlier. I am going to do some AA readings. I am going to read Bill's story. That's the story of one of the founders of Alcoholics Anonymous. I'm going to read his story. So I want to try to be home by 1 o'clock. Oh, you know, let me text my daughter's father and ask him if he worked tomorrow, because then that's definitely gonna let me know what kind of day that I'm gonna have. Y'all, please go look at my community wall. Finnegan. Yeah. We had a good time. I hope y'all enjoyed that live. That live was me just venting, not really dragging, but just doing commentary on the things I've seen. I kind of feel like what I did this morning was like old school beef sector in a sense, where I'm giving my commentary and I'm being funny about it, but I'm not necessarily really dragging no one. Just talking about things I've observed, things I heard, because I don't go to certain places and spaces. I don't go. I mean, I'll see a clip of something. If I'm scrolling if I see certain people on the panel, I might drop down. Thank you, Shanice. Yes, yeah, guys, I'm not asking for anything that's, useless. I do want to start getting my space together, so I can really be live and feel comfortable, with just sitting up talking with y'all. So I did create a list. The only thing that's not for the space is snacks. And I told y'all earlier that, I quit smoking weed, no edibles, none of that, no CBD, nothing. So I do be wanting to snack a lot. Like right now, I want to snack. As soon as I get off of here, I'm going to get me some popcorn. I just be wanting to snack. So I did put a snack box in there. I put stickers in there, flower stuff, a light. The light was already purchased. The chair, the desk, and I tried to make sure it was financially easy for some of y'all. I put two mics. I put like a vlogger's mic and then I put another mic. I just want to try it out, you know what I'm saying, to see how I go. I said I'm gonna use the beef. It's gonna be a beef sector mic, but I'm gonna use it to talk about AA and other things to hold my panels. Also, it's like I got a light with my name on it. Like I said, I tried to get things that wasn't too expensive. Any donation is fine. If you see something that you're like, hey, LaDawn, I think you'll really like this, and I didn't put it on the list, let me know in the comments. Let me know in one of my wall posts. Let me know on that wall post, and then I can add it to there. Even if it's something like, oh, girl, I seen these cute little pots or whatever, because I put like a bookshelf and stuff in there. The reason I want to do a bookshelf is so you guys can see the books that I read. Sometimes I'm just doing a random live, like a coffee chat, and I start talking about books. I've actually put up links to the book, Big Book for Alcoholics Anonymous. I think I'm gonna go books for AANACA to score. I don't know what the hell streaming is. I think reset in the chat, but it's okay. So I will be doing that. So that's why I am going to. Jesus, did I freeze y'all? I think I froze. So yeah, the reason I want a bookshelf again, if y'all didn't hear me, is because I want to show y'all the books that I read, the books that I have read. I'll pull them out, show them to y'all, and it can still be a decorative point. You know what I'm saying? And I tried to pick something that was really inexpensive. Keep in mind the things that I do not get, I will still go ahead and try to get them for myself. But earlier in my live, my the garden queens and the garden kings, that's what y'all is, because y'all not come here and y'all my garden. My gardener said, hey, make a wish list. You know what I'm saying? Me and Babe still don't have a wedding date yet. I'll let y'all know. We'll do a registry for that. I really think I really want to do a vacation wedding. Let's just invite a few people. Even if we get an Airbnb somewhere and then go get married at a location, I want to do a vacation wedding. So that way the wedding, the vacation, the honeymoon, whatever, all of that is in one. I was also thinking about doing a birthday / engagement party. I don't know how she feel about that. Babe is really chill and laid back. She's truly, truly an introvert. So things like that, she be like, I don't know. She likes to kick it with her family and stuff, but she is an introvert to the core. But because our birthdays are in the same month, I think it'd just be a great idea. So I'm gonna try to convince her. She probably still gonna say no. She say no, I ain't gonna push it. But yeah, the wedding, I really want to plan a vacation wedding. So I have been looking at some places. I know River Flow had told me Barbados is beautiful. So I'm gonna do my research on that, and I'll let y'all know. So yeah, guys, the next panel is actually going to be domestic violence within the community. I will feature both lesbian and gay couples, trans, whatever I can find. I'm gonna try to do 5 articles. That live, because like I said, I'm going to truly start doing my lives on Saturdays at around 5-6 p.m. This one was just impromptu. The next one will definitely be next Saturday at 5, unless I pick up a shift. But I'm not going to do another 12-hour shift. That shit whooped my ass yesterday. You can't go from being a desk nurse to working 12, 13-hour shifts. It just don't work. And it didn't work. So, The next live is going to be next Saturday between 5 and 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The topic is going to be domestic violence in the gay community. Again, I'm going to drop the link. I'm going to try to reach out and invite some people. I'm too tired tonight. Tomorrow night, I probably will do a live on TikTok. I am monetized on TikTok. I'm not fooling with them. Hell no. I ain't fooling with that mess. Because one thing I'm not going to do, I don't want to bring intoxicated people on my panel and try to discuss something that, that has depth and weight to it. That's kind of important and that's real. And I don't want to get my gardeners, my garden fam, I don't want them to feel uncomfortable. They can go anywhere else and hear a bunch of drunk shit. You know what I'm saying? They can go anywhere else on here and hear all that drunk shit. I'm not saying that people can't drink. I'm saying drunk shit, If you want to have a cocktail, a glass of wine, or a shot of bourbon or tequila, whatever you want to come talk, that's cool. But if you come to I ain't got time for that shit. I don't want to be bothered with that. Because then I'll be done cuss your ass out. Yeah, no. So that's gonna be the topic for next week. Ooh, what else is going on? JB got some stuff going on. He doing a family feud thing. JB, please share your link. I know I shared it. It's still on my community wall. Also, before I leave, I did clean my community wall up. I was sharing a lot. With research, you pick the one I should invite up there. The victim, well, both of them victims. You pick the one. What I was about to say? See how JB, you always do that. Shit. I forgot what I was about to say. Yeah, I'm gonna do a music live on TikTok. I said I was gonna do it today and then life happened, but I'm gonna go live on TikTok tomorrow. I'm gonna probably listen to some music, kick off, see if I can get some people to come over to the panels, pull some lesbians over from that era. I do have a few people that has transitioned over here from TikTok. They definitely in clouds, y'all. They ain't dropping down. They not dropping down. So I will be doing that. I really appreciate your guys' time. I always say in every live, y'all could be any other place in the world, but you guys are here with me. And I truly, truly appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. And I did, if you look at my community wall again, I also shared posts from a couple of years ago. That's what I was about. So I cleaned up my community wall. I finally figured out how to share a post and let it expire in 24 hours. Girl, ain't nobody studying you. Shit. Give a damn how drunk you get. It's up and stuck. Now you fall all over the chat and slur and type typos if you're drunk. You ain't going nowhere. Shit. So I figured out how to do this. So I did clean up my community wall. But those people who I shared out, they can see that I shared them. I'm in the mentions. They know what's going on. So, it's not a thing that I got beef with anyone. I just wanted to clean up my community wall to kind of make sure I'm still keeping my content based on me. After this live, as soon as everything gets up, I'm going to share some clips from this live because Restream offers that feature. Hood, hey sis, you just don't call to ask it. I am tired and ready to go to bed. Y'all can hear it in my voice. It's tired too. Sharnice Franklin is not a lesbian. She is definitely an ally. Thank you for sharing my Cash App. If you feel the need and you want to buy me send me some money to buy me an iced coffee in the morning, or just want to say thank you for me providing you with this content, it's gladly appreciated. Even if not, just please make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Tell a friend about me. Make sure you review the links. Click for JB. Click for Dark Empress. Make sure you support them people. What else? I'm fucking tired, y'all. Yeah, Shawnees. Listen, sis, when I seen you ask what's her name, I ain't mentioning her name. When you was like, why you messing with my LaDon? I said, ooh, bitch. You see me? I'm like, never mind, just leave it alone. You like, hey, why you messing with her? I'm like, I don't fuck with nobody. And when I fuck with you, you gonna know. I'm gonna tell you, right? You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? I try to be a genuine person. I try to be supportive, and I try to be kind to everyone. You know what I'm saying? I try to put out into the world what I want to be returned back to me. Um, so I love you for that. I truly do care about all my supporters, and I want nothing but the best for all of y'all. Make sure you follow me on TikTok at It's Just Ladon. All of my handles for my social medias is the same handle for my YouTube. So even if you try to click the link and it don't work, if you use that same at with It's Just Ladon, it'll take you to my social. You'll see Ladon with a rainbow. You'll see me with my locks or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You'll be able to find me. I do respond. I do communicate. So I'm never too big. I see content creators with thousands, hundreds of thousands of subscribers. And even if they don't communicate with them, they still make sure they have someone in the back end. No, you was. And I appreciate that because it was petty, but it is what it is. They still have people communicating. So it may get to that point if the Most High bless me. But, thank you so much. So yeah, I'm definitely a person that communicate. I support. I try to help those who help me. So like I said, check out the wish list. It's posted on my community wall. Go see that picture of my crazy ass fiance. It's posted on my community wall. I'm gonna leave that up for a few hours and I'm gonna take it down. I got the bad cat fund, the iced coffee fund. I don't give a damn if you send me $1.50. That's more. That's $1.50 more than what I had. God's wish me luck tomorrow. I got 2 job interviews. One of the jobs I'm almost sold, but I'm gonna keep interviewing until. And so I've also decided I'm no longer going to do agency. Here, a lot of the facilities are starting to do daily pay. And so one of my old DONs want me to come in and she want me to be a supervisor, but I told her I don't want a set schedule. But I'm going to go talk with her and just probably pick up some PRN. So, because agency is getting crazy and I don't want to have to drive an hour to pick up a shift just because I want to make some money to go take babe out to dinner or something crazy. So, I know I done went over my time. I'm babbling. I love y'all so much. Let me set this up and get my outro song by Mrs. Dark Empress. Just give me a second because I was running my mouth and didn't load it. I am going to go ahead and mute. So this is what I like to do while y'all muting. Shawnice. Okay, hold on. Shawnice and JB, I want y'all to pick a fake argument. While y'all doing your fake argument, Dark Empress, can you do me a favor and shake that sexy body and throw that hair around? Give us some of that energy while I pick up my outro song. Just give me a moment. Fake arguments, dancing. Can y'all hear it? Oh yeah. All right, y'all. Good motherfucking night. I'm lagging. I'm tired. Good night, y'all. Good night. Good night. I love y'all. I'll see y'all on the streets. Bye bye.